Good day everyone, I am Jabo Farhana and I will be discussing tests for acids and bases. So my objective is to understand the difference between acids and bases and to know if the solution is an acid or a base. Now these are the importance of acid and base. Acids and bases are important to many chemical processes such as maintaining a stable internal environment in the human body, baking a delicious cake, or determining whether a lake can support aquatic life. So acid is any substance that in water solution tastes sour, changes blue litmus paper to red, reacts with some metal to liberate hydrogen, reacts with bases to form salts, and promotes chemical reactions or acid catalysis. While the base is a substance that can neutralize the acid by reacting with hydrogen ions, most bases are minerals that react with acids to form water and salts. Bases include the oxides, hydroxides, and carbonates of metals. So the difference between acid and base, so the base is a substance that releases hydroxide ions in aqueous solution, donates electrons and accepts protons. An acid is a proton donor. A base accepts a proton. Acids possess a pH value.
To give you some idea of what all of this means, the acid in your stomach, which helps you to kill bacteria, has a pH of around 2, while acid rain is around pH 4. Then for alkalis, washing up liquid has a pH of around 9, and the bleach we use to clean bathrooms has a pH of around 12. Be aware though, you don't have to remember these specific examples, they're just to give you some context. Now we can measure pH in a couple of different ways. One is to use some kind of indicator, which are a group of chemical dyes that change colour depending on the pH, and different indicators will change colour at different pHs. Some indicators contain a mixture of these different dyes though, so their colour will slowly change across a wide range of pHs. So we often refer to them as wide range indicators. The most common example is universal indicator, which gives the colours we've shown on our pH scale here, ranging from deep red at a very low and acidic pH, to yellow, green, and then bluey purple as we increase the pH and it becomes more alkaline. The other way to measure pH is to use a pH probe connected to a pH meter. By dipping the probe into a solution, we can electronically measure the pH and get a numerical reading on the meter. The benefit of the probe compared to an indicator is that it can be much more accurate and precise, because it doesn't involve humans guessing shades or particular colours. And as a general rule, measurements that remove the need for human judgment are going to be more reliable. The next thing we need to look at is what exactly makes something an acid. You can define an acid as any substance that forms aqueous solutions with a pH of less than 7. And the reason for this is that acids release hydrogen ions in water, which make the solution acidic. On the other side of the scale, we have bases, which we define as any substance with a pH greater than 7. Meanwhile, alkalis, which we mentioned before, are actually a subgroup of bases that are soluble in water. So we would say that an alkali is a base that dissolves in water to form a solution with a pH greater than 7. And these alkalis form OH- ions in water, which we call hydroxide ions.
So my conclusion is acids and bases do not only take place in scientific laboratories, they are used in more places in today's society. Acids and bases are involved in our everyday life in everything from digestion of food to the medicine you take and also in cleaning products you use.